Hello, welcome back. Today I'm going to be reading you an excerpt from my book entitled Why You Make God Smile Despite Your Faults and Weaknesses, Volume 1. Some of the chapters contain poetry, so I will read you some poetry. Now, I don't like it when people say, I'm going to read a poem. I always have this stereotype image in my head of the type of person that likes to read poetry to other people, and it's not a very nice one. I don't know why I've got that image, but I'm now being a hypocrite because I'm sitting here reading to you. If that isn't your thing and you feel like me and you think, oh no, I don't want to hear somebody reading a poem, you're welcome to switch off, and I wish you goodbye and I bid you farewell. If you're going to give me a chance, thank you. My poetry, not all of it is very long, but I do have some poems that are very long. They're all rhyming. So again, if you think, oh, I was staying, but now she's talking about rhyming. I think rhyming is childish. I think it's cheesy. Then again, I bid you goodbye. If you're still with me, then I am going to read you a chapter which is entitled Nobody Else Did This For You, Torture. The first bit isn't a poem, so if you're wondering where the rhyme is, yeah, I'll tell you when I'm going to start. One day, when you're struggling for that last breath, I hope it won't be too late for you to remember that while Jesus was asphyxiating, he had you on his mind. He hopes you will have the privilege of getting to know him long before that time, so you can live the life he has for you and be the person he created you to be. Okay, this poem is entitled Torture. Pieces of metal and bone flew into the air, then came down with a great speed. Then an agonizing moan was all they could hear as his back began to bleed. The jagged edges got stuck right inside the skin as dust on the ground turned red. They gave a hard tug on the bits inside him that were weighted down with lead. Large clumps of flesh ripped away and fell to the ground. The torture made him shiver. As the blue sky turned grey, there was an awful sound of blood pouring like a river. With hatred, envy and scorn, the voices all screamed, "Yes, crucify him right now!" Watching his dear mother mourn, he had failed, it now seemed. He was the one to save them, but how? Thorns on his head went in deep as they pushed them hard, and each one burst a vein. He watched his friends weep as more thorns pierced his skin and blood poured down his face like rain. With his whole beard plucked out and an unrecognisable face, this seemed more than he could bear. He cried out in anguish, but the soldiers just laughed and the scoffers just didn't care. With his back torn to shreds, they made him carry his cross, but nobody understood how they expected his broken body to carry a heavy splintered block of wood. His muscles dangled like string as they laid him down, causing a flow of ribbon-like trails. Then they grabbed hands and feet, stretching them tight as they hammered in rusty long nails. So when we become angry and emotionally charged, we're shocked and want to exclaim, it's not okay to open our mouths and blaspheme his holy name. Christ is not a swear word to declare when we're cross and at times when things don't go well. Jesus suffered because he loves us so much. He did it to save us from hell. I hope you liked that poem. If you are interested in hearing more, please hang on. I will be reading you another excerpt from my book in a few days' time. In the meantime, please let me know how you feel about Jesus, how much you appreciate him, what he's done for you. I'd love to hear your testimonies. I'd love it if you felt confident to share it with the rest of us. Please feel free to let me know what Jesus has done in your life. In the meantime, I wish you a good week. Be blessed. Bye-bye.